Hi, this is Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathcal.com where I organize my videos by topic. A fraction that contains one or more fractions in either its numerator or denominator or both is called a complex fraction. So below are 5 examples. The first example, we have 3/4 over 5/8, so it has a fraction in the numerator and a fraction in the denominator. The second one, there's an x alone in the numerator, but in the denominator, there's two terms, 2 minus x over 3, so there's a fraction there. And you can see from the third, fourth, and fifth examples, I have fractions in both the numerator and denominator. Complex fractions are not in simplified form. That means we can simplify further so they don't look complex. And there are two commonly employed methods we could use. And these are a quick overview of the two methods. The first method is to write both the numerator and denominator as single terms or fractions. And then you'll multiply the numerator by the reciprocal of the denominator. The only one in the examples above where you already have the numerator and denominator written as a single term or fraction is the very first one. We have just a single fraction in the numerator, 3/4, and a single fraction in the denominator, 5/8. All of the rest of them are not in that form. If you look at the fourth example, 1 over x minus 2 over x squared in the numerator, there are two fractions in that numerator separated by a subtraction sign, so that's not a single fraction. And in method 2, you don't need to have it in the form as the very first example up here. Instead, to simplify the complex fraction, the first step would be to multiply the numerator and denominator by the least common multiple of all the denominators of all the fractions in the numerator and the denominator. Here's our next example. So we're going to do 3x plus 4 over x divided by 3x minus 4 over x. We have a complex fraction. So we have just a single fraction in the numerator and denominator. So that means 3x plus 4 over x divided by 3x minus 4 over x. Now remember, this is a quantity, 3x plus 4 and 3x minus 4. You cannot cancel the x's. And when you divide by a fraction, it's the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So I have 3x plus 4 over x times x over 3x minus 4. The only thing we can cancel out here are the x's. Those are common factors. So I am left in the numerator with 3x plus 4 and in the denominator with 3x minus 4. Now remember, those are whole quantities. You cannot cancel the 3's, the x's, or the 4's. If you want, put a parentheses around both of them to stop yourself from doing that accidentally. Okay, let's do the second method, which is, I don't think, as easy as the first method. When you have just a simple fraction in the numerator and denominator, like a single fraction or a single term, it's easier to use this first method. All right, so there's only one denominator in both of these, and it's an x. So I'm going to multiply the whole numerator by x and the whole denominator by x. And then notice if I multiply x times 3x plus 4 over x, those x's will cancel. Same thing happens in the denominator. You could take an extra step to do that if you'd like. So what I have left in the numerator is simply the 3x plus 4 and the 3x minus 4. So I guess in a way this was faster the way I did it, instead of showing the whole distributive property, etc. Right? So there's that example.